Hello, everybody. This is Joseph Deshays, and welcome back to the Joseph Deshays YouTube channel. Whoop. In this episode, we are reading the Creation Series Book 1. Its Beginning and Your Origin. Chapter 1. The Birth of the First Being. It all started a very long time ago, before there was anything but emptiness and a rather interestingly beautiful yet ominous cloud that moved in such a way that can only be described as moving into and within itself. Its frequencies emitted a mostly pinkish aura with dark spots and waves of other colors throughout. There were also a few other frequency variations present, which gave off their own auras. An aura is a metaphysical byproduct of any frequency that exists. You must open yourself to the rest of reality, the metaphysical part, before you can see these auras. There were and still are many different fields of energy present. There were also magnetic fields and electricity present, along with some very heavy particulate matter. This is the material that was later used to make the third dimension and others. We'll go there later. The emptiness of everything around the first dimension is hard to describe. I guess the best way to attempt to visualize it with the human mind is like looking into space and with nothing there. No stars, planets, or anything else. I can only call it emptiness, a void. I can go back to the point when the original first being was created, and just before, no more. At the time of writing this book, and maybe not even when out of body, I can't see how the first dimension got there. I can feel the different energies present, but there was nothing sentient or self-aware within it or anywhere else. It was by happenstance and nothing else that something very unique occurred. 4 massive energy fields came together, moving in and out of themselves as everything else did there. However, for some reason, these energy fields maintained their attraction to each other, continuously moving into and out of each other and increasing in speed. There was some sort of solidification so far as energy goes. Then electricity came into play, and with it came magnetism. This changed the context of this new energy field. The different energy fields started to bond to each other. This was such a strong force that some smaller parts of this field were pushed away from the center mass of the event. We'll talk about this later. Next, nearby heavy particulate matter was pulled into the massive field of evolving energy and shred into much smaller particles, eventually becoming a part of it. Finally, there was a unique form of chemical reaction between the particulate matter and the new energy forming. This was the final addition that changed the new energy field into a mass of unique energy that would soon become sentient. One little note here. This has never been said anywhere. As this was occurring, a small and almost unnoticed event occurred as the four different energy fields of energy were merging with a form of electricity. A portion of the whole energetic mass separated. This became a form of sentient electrical energy. This sentient electricity takes a form of being outside of our creation. They're called energons, but I like to call them dimensional dudes because they move in and out of dimensions as if it's nothing. They do this as freely as fish swim through water. They are neither male nor female. They are Ji, both and neither. Chapter 2. This unique energy field continued to grow in size and power level, changed its shape, and eventually evolved enough to become sentient. As time went on, its awareness grew until it was able to fully realize itself. The first self-aware being came into existence through a completely random happenstance. This is the true beginning of sentient life. This is where many would say, it was God who made it. This is not true. There was absolutely no sentient energy there whatsoever. I see energy in its true form. I can literally see that what was there was only mindless energy. One example of non-sentient energy is found in the moon. Some people say there is a power within the moon. They say there is a strong feminine power, but it is not so. The moon is a piece of particulate matter that has only the energy within it to maintain its molecular cohesion. Yet moonlight has a very special feeling to it. What is that? Moonlight itself has a wonderful and strong mixed spirit. It doesn't just come from the moon. Here's why it seems to be alive. Every star has male universal essence spirit within it. Every planet has a female universal essence spirit within it. Remember that spirit is energy that is sentient. My spirit, not my body, remembers this. Did you know that you're actually astral projecting back to that moment to look at it? Or did you know that just over 2/3 of the time you try to remember something, you're actually astral projecting back to that moment to look at it? Here's another little fun fact. Your knowledge as spirit energy is so vast trying to pour it into a physical brain is like trying to pour a swimming pool into a balloon. Good luck with that. You're not made to remember past lives without employing direct intention to do so. Even then, you must learn to relax and flow within yourself. You see, all your answers are within you. You only need a little guidance to get there. This is about your awakening. You make it happen, no one else. Things simply are what they are. When you can release your desire to create your own outcome to any situation or thing, you can finally see it clearly for what it is. This is easier said than done. You must release all desire for any outcome other than to experience the truth of a matter with all your abilities. Only then can you actually realize what you're dealing with. This truth will allow you to make better decisions in the future regarding the situation or thing. Honor starts by being honest with yourself. As the original first being evolved and grew in size, its intelligence increased as well. It became more aware of its existence and its environment. It began to travel throughout the first dimension, as well as out of that dimension's borders in many different locations. Finally, it realized two things. Its immediate surroundings were limited, and it was alone. It was only a matter of time before this became a problem.